who spent 13 seasons here in Buffalo. A pleasure to have both of you there. I loved that sit down because I feel like Jamie Collins, Devin McCourty playing some of the best football of their careers, of course. Stephon Gilmore in a revenge game back here at home in Buffalo. And then down to Hightower. We did just find out the actives and inactives came out. Hightower will not be suiting up today.
Yeah, and he's a big piece of the defense. He's the captain. He's the guy who gets everybody lined up, the communicator. It's when you got a piece like that, that's the quarterback of the defense, it's hard to miss him. But the Patriots do a good job, but because of depth, of being able to move things around and try and replace that.
Willie, I watched you very closely in that piece because I felt like you were trying to rep your 03-04 Pats defense just a little bit. But there are comparisons, right? The versatile linebackers, the numbers being number one in all the categories across the board. How good is this D?
This defense is really, really good, and what makes them good is because of the versatility. When you have linebackers that are interchangeable with jobs and assignments and guys that can do a lot of different things, it makes it tough for the offensive guys to identify who's doing what on which play. And you know that they morph into different game plans, different type of situations every single week. So your job description is not going to be the same from week to week, and it's important when you got guys that can do a lot of different things.
And one of my favorite storylines, of course, is the revitalization of Jamie Collins. You and I spoke to him during training camp up in Foxborough, and he was so excited to be back and focused. He said, I missed winning, and here he is undefeated facing the Bills. I ask you, Kyle, this squad, this defense has not allowed a touchdown going back to before the Super Bowl last year, that AFC Championship game. Do they do it today?
I think today's the day the dam breaks, in my opinion. I think today's the day.
Perfect day, right?
Perfect day. I mean, it's a Buffalo day, right? It's cloudy, the wind's blowing, right? Fans are here, they're juiced up. Here's what I think. When you look at Josh Allen and what he's able to do outside the pocket, when the play breaks down, everybody knows he's mobile, he's got a big arm, he can do these things. But when things break down around him is when he's most dangerous, in my opinion. When he can get out of the pocket, when he can create, and not just run, but when he can let that big arm go and make a play down the field. And then when he gets in the red zone, that's when he is a threat to run. That's a big man to try to take down in a short space. So I think today's the day for that offense.
And quarterbacks like that, Kay, you have to rush different. You have to have a more controlled rush. You can't get behind them. You can't create running lanes. And you want to keep him in the pocket. I think he's best served if he stays in the pocket and not let him out and make those circus plays.
What do you two make of the fact that Gerard Mayo, who's calling some plays here, of course, he's involved on the defense. He won Super Bowls with him. He won some with Jamie Collins and Devin McCourty. He compared Josh Allen to Michael Vick.
Yeah, well, he's not there yet. It's still early. And I played against Michael Vick, and I will say this. He is athletic. He can run. He can move. He has a very strong arm. Similarities there, but he's got a long way before we can start calling him Mike Vick.
I agree. I love Josh, but let's pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes. No one back here is pumping the brakes.
Nobody hopes he's
this
like
Buffalo crowd.
Right?
Listen, Bill Belichick talked about how intense this fan base is, how passionate these Buffalo fans are, and how they bring it each and every week. And we're seeing that on location here in Buffalo. We know Donta Hightower not suiting up on the Pat side of things. Let's send it over to the rap sheet for more.
Well, thanks, Kay. Let's start with the biggest Patriots name who was questionable. Julian Edelman had a chest injury. That's how the team described it last week. Went through full practice this week. Is officially active for the Patriots. From what I'm told, he's a tough guy. He is going to go, and he should, at this point, have his full complement of snaps. Obviously, good news there. Another big name, Melvin Gordon. After his holdout, showed up this week. Just a couple days of practice. He is officially active, which is good news for the Chargers, but I'm told he's expected to only have limited snaps, only in an emergency. Devin Singletary, the Bills rookie running back, really promising running back. He is officially inactive today, not quite ready, should be able to play next week. Another big name we have been tracking, Terry McLaurin, the star rookie for the Washington Redskins, who's been so impressive first couple weeks, had a hamstring injury. He is inactive, so they are severely shorthanded. The Redskins are. And then finally, Darius Slay, the Pro Bowl corner for the Detroit Lions. He battled a hamstring injury, officially out today for the Lions. Now, let's send it to Michael Fabiano.
Thanks, Rapp, and it's time for the DraftKings Fantasy Preview. And I'm going to give you my lineup right here. I've got a nice stack here. Seahawks, Russell Wilson, and Will Dissly. The Cardinals have been awful against tight ends this season. I'm picking on the Dolphins, Austin Eckler, and Keenan.
The Raiders on the road at 1-2. The Colts trying to stay atop the AFC South. Here are the undefeated teams coming into today. Everybody's 3-0 except for those Lions at 2-0-1. 3-0 takes on 3-0 in Western New York. 3-0 takes on 2-0-1 in Detroit. It's time for the low zone. The best undefeated team remaining is John.
I love being in the low zone, guys.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah,
You?
I do too. We got all my goods here. I'm ready.
Michael,
Ready.
I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
Huh? The best undefeated 3-0 team left.
And
Who is
we
it?
have some good ones out there, but
Yeah, a lot of them.
the team that's really had a grip on this thing for quite a while is probably the New England Patriots. Just from experience standpoint, they know they've been there before. They know how to do it. They know what to expect. Belichick does a great job of drilling in the important factors as
used
they
that
go
last
deeper
week.
and deeper into the season. And he hammer home all the things that they have to focus on to stay focused. So right now, early in the season, I say the Patriots are the best undefeated team, and I got all the tools to show you.
Yeah, I thought you were going to take the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay,
since
that's
you
a good
didn't,
one. That's a
I
good
have to
one.
take the Dallas Cowboys.
That's a good
don't I?
one now.
And we know
That's a good
all
one.
about their studs on offense with the triplets, right?
Yeah, they
The
got
best
the
triplets
triplets.
we have since the 90s, right here. But I was looking for a stud finder. I couldn't find one. I will. But I'm looking for studs on that defense.
Stud.
And they got a studful defense over there. How about DeMarcus Ware? Now, he can bring it and bring down the quarterbacks. This is a young, talented.
DeMarcus Ware?
DeMarcus Lawrence. Okay.
He was good as a Cowboy. He was a stud. He was a stud as a Cowboy too.
We wish we had them both right now.
How about Leighton Vander Esch from Boise State, okay?
Wolf Hunter.
Yeah, he's a Wolf Hunter, okay? He's a stud finder, too.
A stud
and the
finder.
guy from Notre Dame, Jalen Smith, he's a
Predator.
stud, too. We got studs on both sides of the ball. That's the Dallas Cowboys. Who do you have?
And I hear you guys. I mean, the Patriots, Tom Brady, that defense is playing great. Cowboys, maybe the most balanced team, but I'm going to Kansas City because if you need a stud finder, there is a stud in Kansas City right here.
Yeah,
This
that's a
guy.
finder.
And I know you're going to say we got some issues, but we can change a lot of things when we got a guy like Patrick Mahomes. Like when the team comes out flat, man, he can blow things up in like one quarter, like he did a couple weeks ago with 28 points in one quarter. I know the defense isn't very good, but that's all right because I can cover up a lot of
Just paint
weaknesses
over their
on the
problem.
defense.
Just
I can
paint
cover
over
up
their
a lot.
problem.
And then here's the thing, just like the Patriots last year, we had them down in the first half, but then all of a sudden you give them just a little,
Don't break the
just
desk.
a little crack, just a little crack, and he puts up 31 points and almost wins that AFC Championship game if it isn't for a penalty on the defense. So I know those teams might be a little bit better, but I got this one guy that I believe can cover everything up, all of our issues, just like Lowe's takes care of all of our issues.
That's all right. Way to go, Cut. Way to do that.
That's right. That's right. We got you. We appreciate you.
Let's go over to Ford Field because I'll tell you what, I found another stud right here.